You're petting your cat, everything seems calm, and suddenly, he bites you. This situation is more common than you might think, and you're definitely not the only one who's been through it. But here's the important part. Your cat might be trying to tell you something. A lot of people assume it's just bad behavior or a random mood swing, but the truth is that cat bites have meaning. They're a form of communication, and understanding what's behind this behavior can completely transform your relationship with your cat. In this video, you'll learn the main reasons why a male cat might bite, how to tell when it's normal, and when it's a warning sign, and what you can do to handle it in the best possible way. Stick with us until the end, because what you'll learn here can not only help you avoid future bites, but also improve your cat's health and overall well-being. Playfulness, the feline language of touch. More often than not, when your male cat bites you, he's not attacking. He's just trying to play. Cats are natural-born predators. Even when they live indoors, they retain strong hunting instincts. From a young age, they learn to use their mouths and paws to explore the world and to interact with their littermates. So when your cat gives you a gentle bite during a petting session or when he's excited, he might just be simulating a hunt or inviting you to play. These bites are usually soft and not meant to hurt, but it's still important to set boundaries. If he gets too rough, calmly stop the interaction. That teaches him that biting isn't an acceptable way to get attention. Setting those limits early on helps shape better behavior and prevents playful biting from turning into a habit that could become annoying or even dangerous over time. Overstimulation, when affection becomes too much. You're petting your cat, he seems to be enjoying it, and then, out of nowhere, he bites you. This happens more often than you might think, and there's a clear explanation. Some cats have a lower sensory threshold. In other words, they can tolerate petting only up to a certain point, and once that point is crossed, what felt good suddenly becomes irritating or overwhelming. This reaction is known as petting-induced aggression, and it's especially common in cats that weren't properly socialized as kittens. That's why it's so important to pay attention to your cat's body language. Flattened ears, a twitching tail, dilated pupils, tense muscles. These are all signs that he's starting to feel uncomfortable. Respecting those signals is essential for maintaining trust. If you ignore them, your cat may begin to associate petting with discomfort or stress, which can damage your bond over time. Learning to read your cat's cues not only helps prevent bites, but also deepens your understanding of his boundaries. And that's key to a healthy, respectful relationship. Pain or discomfort, a silent cry for help. Cats are masters at hiding pain. In the wild, showing weakness can be dangerous, and that survival instinct remains strong, even in the comfort of your home. So if your male cat suddenly starts biting, especially if it's out of character, he might be trying to tell you that something's wrong. Unexpected bites during petting can be a sign of pain in specific areas, like the joints, spine, belly, or even the teeth. And it's not just the biting. This behavior is often accompanied by other subtle signs. Changes in appetite, unusual vocalizations, withdrawal, or shifts in posture. These are all clues that your cat may be experiencing discomfort or illness. In situations like this, the best thing you can do is take your cat to the vet as soon as possible. A clinical exam can reveal issues that aren't visible to the naked eye. The earlier a problem is diagnosed, the better the chances of effective treatment and recovery. Ignoring these signs can allow a health issue to worsen, one that might have been easily managed if caught in time. So if your cat starts biting in ways that feel unusual or out of context, don't brush it off. He may be asking for help in the only way he knows how. Territorial instinct, the influence of hormones. If your male cat isn't neutered, there's a good chance his hormones are playing a major role in his behavior. Unneutered cats, also known as intact males, have higher levels of testosterone, which can make them more territorial, impulsive, and even aggressive. In this context, biting can mean a few different things. It might be a way of marking territory, a behavior linked to mating instincts, or even an attempt to assert dominance over the environment, or over you, the caregiver. These types of bites tend to be more intense and are often accompanied by other behaviors, like loud, persistent meowing, attempts to escape, urine marking around the house, or even fights with other animals. In cases like this, neutering is strongly recommended. Not only does it prevent unwanted litters, but it also significantly reduces aggressive behaviors and improves the overall quality of life for both the cat and everyone in the household. It also helps your cat feel more at ease, less anxious, and more focused on bonding with you, rather than being driven by instinctual urges he can't control. Warning signs. Not every bite is harmless. In some cases, your male cat might be trying to tell you that something is seriously wrong, and that's when it's crucial to recognize the warning signs. One of the first things to look for is a sudden change in behavior. If your cat used to be calm and affectionate, but has started biting more frequently or more intensely, it could be a sign of pain, stress, or even a neurological issue. Another important clue is when the biting is accompanied by unusual vocalizations, like loud meowing, growling, or low guttural sounds. These noises are often overlooked, but they're clear forms of communication. They usually mean your cat is feeling threatened, uncomfortable, or in distress. It's also essential to pay attention to where you're touching him. If he consistently bites when you touch a specific area, like his belly, paws, or lower back, that could indicate localized pain. It might be inflammation, a muscle injury, joint problems, or even something more serious, like an internal condition. Beyond that, take note of his overall behavior. Sudden aggression can come with other physical signs, such as loss of appetite, hiding, excessive grooming of one spot, rapid breathing, or a hunched posture. When these signs appear together, they paint a picture that shouldn't be ignored. And if the bites are intense, repetitive, and seem to come out of nowhere, it could point to a deeper behavioral issue, like redirected aggression or chronic anxiety. In those cases, consulting a veterinary behaviorist can make a big difference. The most important thing to remember is this: your cat doesn't have another way to say, "I'm in pain," or "something's wrong." As frustrating as a bite might be, it could be a cry for help. And as responsible caregivers, it's up to us to learn how to listen, even when the message is silent. What to do? Now that you understand the possible reasons behind your male cat's biting, and you know how to recognize the warning signs, the next question is, what can you do about it? The first and most important step is observation. Pay close attention to the context in which the bites happen. Do they occur during petting? When you touch a specific part of his body? Or do they seem to come out of nowhere? Identifying the pattern is the key to responding thoughtfully. If the biting is due to overstimulation, respect your cat's boundaries. Learn to recognize the signs that he's becoming uncomfortable, and stop petting before he feels the need to react. This helps preserve trust and prevents him from associating touch with stress. If it's playful behavior, redirect his energy toward appropriate toys. Never use your hands as toys. That only reinforces the habit of biting. Instead, use wand toys, balls, or interactive puzzles. Daily physical and mental stimulation is essential for a well-balanced cat. If you suspect the biting is related to pain or discomfort, don't wait. Take your cat to the vet. A clinical exam can uncover issues that aren't visible on the surface. The sooner a problem is diagnosed, the better the chances of successful treatment and recovery. And if your cat isn't neutered, seriously consider it. Neutering reduces aggressive behaviors, lowers anxiety, and improves overall harmony in the home. It also contributes to your cat's long-term health and prevents unwanted litters. Finally, if the biting is frequent, intense, or unpredictable, it's worth consulting a feline behavior specialist. A professional can assess your cat's environment, routine, and history to develop personalized strategies that work for both of you. Dealing with biting can be challenging, but with patience, empathy, and the right information, it can become an opportunity to build a deeper, more trusting bond with your cat. After all, he's not against you. He's just trying to communicate in the only way he knows how. As we've seen throughout this video, when a male cat bites, it's rarely just bad behavior. More often than not, he's trying to communicate, whether it's playfulness, discomfort, pain, or instinct. Understanding these signals is a powerful step towards strengthening your bond and making sure your cat feels safe, respected, and understood. If you've experienced something similar with your cat, share your story in the comments. Every experience helps others learn more about their own feline companions. And if this video helped you in any way, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content. Here, we take feline behavior seriously, with care, respect, and reliable information. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.